Alright, welcome back. Now that we've almost finished our game, let's see how we can build it and test it on our Android device. Alright, so I've prepared a small icon that you can see here, just for testing purposes. And make sure it is 1024 by 1024 so that you comply with Apple requirements. Alright? For Android, 512 is enough. Okay, cool. So the first thing we want to do is to select the Edit tab and open the project settings window. So there is a small window that popped up. You can drag it and dock it next to the lighting window. Perfect. After that, select the Player tab and make sure the window is wide enough. Okay, like so. Okay, cool. The first thing you want to do is to add your company name. So I'm going to add Tabsil for that. Next, you can edit the name of your product that will be displayed on the device. So this one is going to be maybe Crowd Runner. Okay. So the version of the game is 1.0. Cool. Now I can drag my icon and drop it onto the default icon field. Perfect. Let's now select the icon tab. Here you don't need to add anything because Unity will take care of adapting your icon, the one we've added here, onto the device. So we can already close this tab. Perfect. Then for the resolution and presentation, we are going to change something. I'm only going to cover the main options, the ones that I think are crucial. The other ones won't be covered here because there are so many things we can talk about that it will need like many videos. All right. So this checkbox allows you to hide the navigation bar. The navigation bar is the one at the bottom of your phone. Okay. By checking this checkbox, you can decide to render outside of the safe area. So the safe area has been introduced because of the notch. Like if you have a notch at the top of your phone or maybe a selfie camera, you can decide to render outside of that area. So by checking this one, it will render on the whole screen. If you disable it, the game will render only in the safe area. So it won't take into account the notch. All right, perfect. Then let's check the orientation. You can decide to leave the auto rotation. In this case, because our game is in portrait mode, you need to disable the landscape right and landscape left. So this way the player can play on portrait or portrait upside down. But I prefer selecting portrait for the default orientation because players usually play in portrait mode, like for this type of games. Next, you have the splash image category. You can decide to add a logo just after or with the Unity logo. If you have paid for Unity Plus or Unity Pro, you can remove the Unity splash screen and add your own. But here you can add your logo with the Unity one. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, let's close this one and open the other settings. This is important. So basically you can leave all of these options as they are. And the main options we are going to cover are these under the identification label. So by default, Unity takes your company name and game name and creates a package name for you. But you can decide to override this one. If you basically want to set a different package name, you can also change the version. So it's basically the one that we've added right here. The bundle version code is used when you update your app or game. So for now, because it's the first time we are going to publish the game on the Google Play Store, or if it's the first time you publish your game on the Google Play Store, you can leave 1. But when you want to make an update, you need to increase this number, maybe 2 or 3 or 4, but it has to increase over the versions. Okay, cool. For the minimum API level, you can actually keep the minimum API here, like so, like the level 19 that I have here. But for the target API level, you want to check Google's requirements. So here, They specify that new apps must target Android 12 API level 31 or higher. So in the target API level, I suggest that you set automatic highest installed. And if it's not working, you should at least see in the list the API level 31. Okay. For the scripting backend, you need to select IL2 CPP over mono. Okay. That way, you can export your app for ARM64 target architectures here. It's required by Google that your app complies with the 60-bit architecture phones. Okay, so be sure to select both of these. You can leave all of the other settings as they are. Cool. And go under the publishing settings tab now. If you only want to test your phone on your own device, you can just keep this section as it is and build your game. But if you want to publish it, you need to create a custom key store. So check this checkbox. Then open the key store manager here. Select key store and create a new one in a dedicated location or anywhere on your drive. All right, I'm gonna name it key store. Press enter. Here we are. Okay, so let's just set a password quickly, like so. I'm gonna set an alias for the key store. I like to give it the name of my company, so Tabsil. The password will be the same as I've made before. Then you can create a password for your key store again, so like so. Okay, and then the validity, I like to set it to 1000 years, and then you can add your key. And for sure you want to associate this key to your project, so select yes, and let's go. You're pretty much done. Let's now build our game. For that, let's go to the file menu and select build settings. Make sure you have your scene added to the scenes in the build. So if not, add the open scenes like so. Make sure your Android build is selected. It should be, because we've configured it like from the start. Then you can select a device here if your device is plugged to your PC in developer mode, and build your game. Okay, so I'm gonna name it com.tabsil.crowdrunner and press enter. Now it should be building. And after that, I'm gonna drop this build in my phone and yeah, test it. Okay, here we are in our device. So I've installed the game. I'm gonna select the settings tab. Okay, so the settings are working, sounds, vibration, cool. I can close it. Now I can press play and play the game. So it's actually working pretty well. I can collect the coins. They're increasing. I can fight enemies like so. Doors interaction is working. Awesome, guys. We've just made our first hyper casual game in less than a day. Awesome.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss any update.